Good morning. I hope everyone's well. It's very bright and sunny, Sunday morning here. I thought I'd pop along and share with you one of my journals. So, this one is quite chunky monkey, as you can see. I've made the cover from a cardboard box. So I've basically cut the front and the back and then the spine, and then I've covered it all and put it all together. It's held closed with this lace buckle that has a key on it. You can undo it as a buckle if you wanted to, or obviously you can just slip it on and off. I've used decorative paper as the final finish for the spine, and I've left a plain piece of coffee dye paper on the front to put a title. And if we open him up, I've used that same decorative paper on the inside, and the spine is covered in fabric. You can just see him peeping through there. Then we've got some coffee dyed paper here. As we open him up, there's some music page and some old tablecloth and some doily making a pocket there. And then there's ephemera in here. This is a photograph from Shabby Dabby Doodah Kit, and this is just a tag. So they pop back in there. This is an actual vintage page from Home Chat magazine, and just on the bottom there it says April 1953. Just a writing page with a little flip up, and on the cover, on the top here, there's a little embellishment made with a ticket and some fabric. I've used an Edith Holding page here to make a bit of a pocket, and then there's a little bookmark and some ephemera in there. Coffee dye paper. There's some vellum page here. This is a vintage music book, and I've just used here some brown paper, made a pocket, put some ephemera pieces in. Book page to make a pocket with a little tag, and this is one of the tickets from Tracy Fox. I can't remember which kit, she has so many beautiful kits. Napkin. And this page has been not coffee dyed, but dyed with pink ink. This is actually a copy of the vintage page. Ruffle at the top there. A little bit more modern music page. And that's the centre of the very first signature. There's actually 5 signatures in this book. This is that pink again. And I've just got this random piece of paper collection tied together that just flips over the page, added interest. And then I've used that same top paper to make a pocket here, which is also a flip, secret journaling under there, and it comes that way as well. There's one of these fold envelopes that I've put onto some more paper. This is from a designer paper pad. There's a different music page here with some lace, and that's another piece of vellum. This one, just a pocket again, that's paper clipped on from an altered envelope. Some pretty little flowers there and a photograph. Lost my paper clip. Yeah. Oops. There we go. That's that old magazine again, and the coffee dye. And then you can just see a little bit of the spine fabric grinning through there. And then we go on to signature 2, coffee dyed paper, and a flip, dictionary page, some more of that old magazine, quite delicate that paper, some brown paper. Now these are just oddments, so it's a doily and some coffee dye paper and some patterned paper with a paper clip over the edge, but obviously you can slip that off and use them anywhere. This is a page from an old cookbook. There's another little pocket here with some ephemera in it, a little decorative topper and some fabric there. Stencil from Tim Holtz. This is a piece of a giant playing card and some interest out of an old book. Another little pocket. This is another one of those shabby dabby doodah photographs. Just top and bottom decoration. Another pocket with a tag. Edith Holden. And then here, this is a very skinny envelope that I've altered. And I've strengthened it by putting coffee dyed paper inside, and that just again sits over there with a paper clip. And this is old book page, which is the centre of the signature. The machine of 1,000 uses. And then just a pocket with some ephemera in there. Another one of those pretty little flowers with a Demonte in it. The Edith Holden page, tag, and this is actually a double tag, as you can see. I paper clipped it on, but it is actually a double one, so obviously it sits over the page. Oh, froggy this morning, excuse me. So, oh dear. There we go. And then this coffee dyed page that's crinkled, another piece of that playing card, and there's some background stamping going on there. Some lace on this page, the page from the cooking book, brown paper, that magazine, dictionary, signature number 2. Then we go into 3 with a little pocket and a tag. Different pocket here with some ephemera in it. Now this is like a book board, but it's also the separation. There's actually 3 of these. You can see I've cut it from craft card, give it a little tab, a little bit like a file folder. I've put a word and a bulb pin with a little dangle there. And then I've just decorated the front, and the back has got the fabric on, which is the same fabric that I used for the spine. Coffee dyed paper with stamping. Another one of those vintage book pages. Dictionary, double pocket with ephemera. Some fabric decoration at the top there. Vellum. That's that old book. Side pocket here with some odd pieces of ephemera in. Another little interesting topper there. Now this page was ripped because it was weak when it was coffee dyed, but I left it because I thought it just added interest. Then we turn over, there's a little corner pocket. Edith Holden. There's another pocket there with a tag. Side fold with some ephemera. Centre of the 3rd signature. This is obviously, you can see the top of the envelope, and then this is the other side of the envelope that's got fabric and stamping, one of those labels, and an old photograph. Edith Holden. Coffee dyed paper again. Lace at the top. There's a piece obviously of Edith Holden page there, page 159, November. And just to go with the November, I've put like a winter scene from an old book. Then we have Edith Holden into another one, and that is actually a pocket in there. And that's the old cinema, that's from that 2001 Fascinating Things book that I have, vellum. Another one of these flips, and these are also pocket, but dictionary, that old book again, coffee, stamping. This is actually an old envelope. There's a second one of these cards. This one says grateful, and it has a bold pin and a little jewel on it, and again it has fabrics on the back. Just makes for great texture, I think. And I've actually sewn these together before I've glued them on. Coffee dyed paper. There's a little pocket here. And this is actually not newspaper. This is a page from a book about making newspapers. Corner pocket with some ephemera. Stamping on a smaller piece of coffee dyed paper, and I've used this cut out drawer from a roll of wallpaper just for added interest on that pocket there. Some more cookbook, page from that book all about our Queen and her husband, a February page from Edith Holden, and this is a little envelope there, and that comes over and obviously just ties round there. Those little pink, those little pink brads, that's that one. Side pocket here with some pretty roses, number 7 put onto some fabric. That's from another kit from Shabby Dabby Doodah. This is some old print paper there, some doily, piece of ephemera. This is a different old music book, and this is one, music to nursery rhymes, and this is Little Boy Blue. Dictionary, corner flap, and some lace. Another one of those cooking book pages, and we're on the centre again with this flip out and flip back. Ruffle down the side here. Dictionary, another one of those music book pages, you see. It's the other side, Little Boy Blue. And this is another one of those little collections that I showed you earlier. It's got odd pieces of paper under a paper clip to be, and there's a original tea card there. You can pull the paper clip off and use them throughout the book or anywhere else. There's another piece of Edith Holden with beautiful flowers and a bird. That's that old magazine again. Cookbook, coffee dyed paper. This is actually tissue paper with some lace. Another little pocket here. And this is the third of these cards, and this one says Inspire. It's got another tie-up envelope, doily, book page, and it's got the bolt pin with the bead on, and that's got the same fabric again as the spine. We're going into the false signature now. So decorative edge coffee paper, pocket, bits of ephemera. 90% of the ephemera in this book has all been made from old book page. Corner pocket with some tags. That one is quite pretty. And this one's got a ticket on. I believe that ticket is from Tim Holtz paper pad. Little decorative corner there. That newspaper book again, some more stamping. And this page is Minting Money. Just an interesting little flap there. Brown paper, August by Edith Holden. This is one of these Tim Holtz slidey pocket things. And there's 2 original tea cards there and 2 pieces of ephemera. This is that same wallpaper. And it says Paris on it, and I've just done a decorative tag there, writing on the back. Another piece of that nursery rhyme to music. It's very thick, this paper. And then this one is one of those very thin decorative envelopes again. It's got one of those flat bows on it with a little flower, shoe box, handbag. Centre of the signature, some more of that tissue paper, little corner, decorative on the side there. This nursery rhyme book again, Baba Black Sheep. The pretty cut coffee paper with a pocket, ephemera, Edith Holden, brown paper, coffee. Now this is a stamp, I believe it's Tim Holtz stamp, architectural. I always love anything architectural, and this one is actually like a draftsman's drawing because it's got all the measurements on it, which is quite fascinating. More stamping. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Love that. That's that newspaper book again. Coffee dyed paper that's got some lace on the end, corner pocket with a tag and a photograph. Obviously these are not real photographs, they're prints of photographs. Back of the signature. That's that fabric showing through from the spine again. Then we go into the final signature. And I've just done some collage work here on this coffee dyed paper. Bit of fabric, an old stamp. This is Tim Holtz. This is a die cut and some book page. Now this lady here peeking into the curtain, that is an original page from a French magazine. It's very fragile. And that's 1906. And then here is another one of these paper collections to be separated and used. And this one's got a little bow on the bottom of like a book card that's been put in there as well. Got a corner pocket here with that one of those photographs again, and just some decorative image on some book page. A little fabric ruffle at the top. There's another little pocket here that's been matted up and got fabric, and it's got a tag in there from an Edith Holden page. And then this one has got a gold look tag that you can use as a pocket, and then just pretty bits on there. There's another flap out there, secret journaling underneath, journaling space on top. Cookbook page, vellum. This is another altered envelope with book page and doily and cutouts, music page, and that's obviously just clipped over the page. This is that music book, a tag that I've put in, that's another one of these doubles so it folds right over. Another corner pocket. We're at the centre. This is a little envelope. It's empty at the moment, but obviously space to put something in. Some lace running down the side there. Hickory Dickory Dock page from that book. Corner pocket. Bike tag. Now this was actually gifted to me in a swap that was done on the Crafty Design Emporium. That's Carol Tinson's group. That was gifted as part of a swap. Another old postcard image there. That's that cookbook, and I've used some Hessian here and some this is old dyed bed sheet, and this is part of an old tablecloth. Again, this was gifted in that same pack, I believe, and one of these photographs. And then I've just again collared up this coffee dye paper. This is one of those flat bows that's been glued down. There's a little tag and a circle, some music paper, another pretty little collage at the top. And then we've got coffee dyed paper here. It's got another one of those wallpaper drawers on it, bobbins and pins. And then that is the back of that very old 1906 French magazine. There's another collage page here. with stamps and printed ephemera and die cuts, fabric. And then we're at the very back. So as you can see, it's quite a chunky monkey. It's got the 5 signatures in it and the 3 cards. It's well stuck, it's not going anywhere, it's super solid. Okay, and I'm guessing it's about 9 by 6, let's check. So it is 8.5 by 6, and at the spine edge it's 2 inches. At the edge it's about 4.25, so quite a chunky one. 5 signatures, lots of vintage papers in that one. I'm going to get it listed on my website. If anybody would like to discuss purchasing it, please get in touch, or obviously you can purchase it direct from my website. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Stay safe, be happy, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.